Hey, YouTube world, and a good, happy Sunday morning to you. Now, the world is going crazy. And by that, I mean the cuckoo virus has everyone stocking up on food, apparently. Apparently, we've gone from toilet paper to food, which is a good thing because, if you're not eating, then you won't be shitting. But, I'm going to run down a list of things that you may have forgotten because they are semi important things that can easily be overlooked when people are in a panic. And I'm not quite sure why people are in a panic right now, because at this point we haven't been quarantined. Though we're all pretty sure it's coming, it hasn't happened yet. So let's just calm our tits and think about what is going on, okay? Because like I've said before, I think this is all a BS ploy in hyping up a mandated vaccine that is coming. And if I should suddenly off myself or disappear, then you will know why. Because I am not currently suicidal, nor am I currently suffering from any mental illness that would have me to just wander off from my home unannounced. So, anyway, some things you might want to consider stocking up on during this time of whatever would be your prescription medication. Now, if you are afraid that you're going to be quarantined and that all the stores are going to close down and all this is going to go on, you may want to consider the medical aspect of not being able to get to the store, such as your day-to-day prescriptions that you need. Make sure you have at least a month's worth. You may want to consider a first aid kit, Band-Aids, diaper rash cream, Vaseline. If you've got babies, you may want to consider Neosporin. You may want to consider peroxide, alcohol, cotton balls, things of that nature. Go down the list of the first aid kit and make sure you have those things. And again, if you have babies, do you have the butt rash cream? Do you have plenty of diapers? Do you have plenty of wipes? Do you have soap, laundry soap, dish soap? Do you have plenty of formula for your babies? Do you have baby Tylenol? Do you have baby Advil? Do you have the teething pain medicine? Just anything that your baby would require. Do you have, the Gas-X medicine? Do you have a colic, whatever? Anything that your baby requires on a day-to-day basis, do you have enough of that to get you through at least a month? It could be more, it could be less, but I would say at the very least a month. And same thing with elderly people. If you have an elderly person that lives next to you, with you, family members, whatever, do you have at least a month's worth of their diapers or bathroom needs? Do you have a month's worth of their medication? Do you have a month's worth of, whatever it is, deodorant, bath soap? Everybody's out there grabbing up the toilet paper and stuff, but, what about the day-to-day toothpaste? Do you have a month's worth of toothpaste? Do you have a month's worth of dish soap? Do you have a month's worth of laundry soap? Do you have a month's worth of the things that you're going to need should the stores close down? Your day-to-day needs. Everybody's out there grabbing toilet paper, and I guess that's great. You have a day-to-day, shit need. But what about the rest of your needs, people? I mean, come on, women. What about your sanitary napkins and your tampons and the things of that nature? Your bladder control issues and, you know, I mean, if you're going to be locked in your house and not allowed to go outside, then you might want to consider that. I don't know what your personal needs are, but I mean, if I was going to venture to say anything, and don't forget your pet food. While everybody's out there running out there getting their food, you know, thank God for my husband, because he reminded me that Bunny's probably going to need some hay, because I sure did forget about that. And I was like, oh, I got a whole bag here. Oh, that'll probably last him a month. But what if we're quarantined longer and then he runs out? And so husband was nice enough to go out and get 2 big bags of Timothy hay, and we've only got the one Bunny, so he eats a handful of hay, you know, in a day to 2 period. And then we stocked up on cat food, because anybody that knows me, I've said before, I've got cat kids and Bunny, so we stocked up on our food, and we stocked up on cat food, we stocked up on Bunny food, and so everybody's gonna eat. And of course, you know, we have toilet paper and, you know, our rags and things. But I just, people are in such a panic that they're forgetting the simple basic needs, and I don't want those to be overlooked, because you're gonna be like, as soon as they go quarantine, you're gonna be like, holy crap, I don't have toothpaste for a month. Well, now would be the time to take that into consideration. I mean, you're gonna be in a house with a few people, deodorant. You're gonna be in a house with a few people, you might want to get some toothpaste. You might want to get extra toothbrushes, you know, and things of that nature. Your medications, like I said, make sure you have at least a month worth of your prescriptions, and not just your prescriptions, but over-the-counter medications. I mean, your Tylenol, Advil, Aleve, whatever it is you use for pain, your Oragels, your Neosporins, your whatever creams and whatever things you use once in a while, or even once a week, you might want to make sure you have your coffee creamers. As far as foods go too, everybody ran out and grabbed up like the milk and the bread and the yada yada. But what about the simple things? See, I asked my husband if he could grab cake mixes, if he could grab you know, the coffee creamers, and none of that stuff's gone. I mean, you go to the store and the coffee creamer is still plentiful. The cake mixes are still plentiful, and that's great. But you know what? In the time of need, I want a complete meal. So if I'm going to be at home making, you know, cooking like I normally do, why not have a dessert with it, you know? And I've got a ton of candy here, so, you know, I mean, because we rack up on candy for everything that goes out of season. When Halloween went out of season, we racked up on Halloween candy. When Valentine's went out of season, when Christmas went out of season, we racked up on all the sale candy. So it was, Lee, what are you doing? That's my cat, guys, in case anybody doesn't know. Lily, what are you doing, baby? Well, what? What are you doing? He's over there in my baby crib for whatever reason. But he's looking like he's scared to death. He jumped in there and now he looks like he's scared to death. Okay, he's laying down. Anyway, anyways, you know, just make sure you have the simple things that are gonna, because you want to survive, but you also want to be prepared to be in a house full of people and be shut in. And it could possibly be that we're going to be shut in and stuck on top of each other for a month. And God forbid the grid go down, Are you prepared for that? Are you prepared to be stuck on top of each other with no electricity? Do you have board games? Do you have card games? Do you have things that you can cook without electricity? Do you have food you can eat without electricity? Now, hopefully, the grid won't go down, but you need to be prepared for all angles, guys. And I've said this before in my prep videos that, you know, and I've suggested this over on Instagram, and I'm going to suggest this here. And I'm not trying to start some great panic or a pandemic, because I think our government has cornered the market on that one. But you might want to go look at the movie The Stand, and it is by Stephen King. And it is a 6-hour, that's right, you heard me right, 6-hour movie. And I tell you what, it really does, it really explains it. And I tell you, and I don't know that that's where we're headed. I don't know if that's what's going on. I know that that's what they're trying to make it seem like. They're trying to make it seem like it's an outbreak of horror and mass destruction. They're trying to make it seem like, oh my God, we're all gonna die. They're trying to make it seem like, you know, this is a horrible thing and we all gotta stock up on the toilet paper and we're all gonna be quarantined. And here's what I don't get, okay? If we're all gonna be quarantined and the soldiers are coming to our house, we're all gonna die anyway. Because any mug that comes to my door, that's been to my neighbor's house, that's been to my other neighbor's house, that's been to the neighborhood that way, and the neighborhood that way, and the neighborhood that way, and the neighborhood over there, and the neighborhood fuck over there, what the hell is he exposed to that he's bringing to my door when he knocks? Something to think about. So let's just calm our tits on, oh my God, let's get quarantined, because we're all going to be exposed. Unless you have enough sense to not open your door when you get the, you know, because I'm telling you, from what I've seen and what I've heard, the soldiers over in Seattle who are, and I think I'm saying the right place, but who are running that quarantine over there, they're not wearing face masks, they're not wearing respirators, they're not wearing gloves, and they're passing out food, and they're passing out yada yada, and those people are quarantined, and I hope the soldiers are quarantined, because nobody over there is wearing protective gear. So, I'm just saying. But again, our government is trying to make it seem like there's some, you know, need for greed, which I just hope you're stockpiling the necessities. And let me tell you something, guys, man, this is some real shit. If you're not stockpiling the condoms, then we're getting ready to have another baby boom. Because if you're going to be stuck in the house, then it's coming. Now, here's another thing you might want to consider. You might want to consider getting your butt over to the thrift store and stocking up on blankets, towels, sheets, wash rags, and things of that nature, because you never know what scared to death family members are going to show up at your house. And if they're coming to your house, have them bring some food with them, because if you didn't plan your stockpile around them, then you're all going to be in trouble. So have them clean out their refrigerator and bring their shit with them. That way y'all can, if you're going to merge the family, you can merge the food. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Hopefully this video will make you think calmly about the things you don't have and that you will need, and you will calmly and in an orderly fashion go get them. Now, please don't go overwhelm our pharmacy and pharmacists with bullshit. Go call on the phone. There's a number on your prescription bottle that you can pre-call your prescriptions in, and they will fill them, and then you can go pick them up through the drive-through, or you can do the bypass the line crap at some of these stores. Don't overwhelm our pharmacists. Don't overwhelm our pharmacies trying to, you know, panic-ridden, go get this shit because you didn't think about it, and now all of a sudden you're thinking of it. But again, make sure you've got the things that you're going to need prescription-wise from the pharmacy, and also make sure you're going to have the things you need from over-the-counter. Again, I'm thinking Q-tips, cotton balls, Band-Aids, Neosporin, I'm thinking peroxide, rubbing alcohol, maybe Epsom salt, things of that nature. And you're gonna, just because you're quarantined, you're still gonna want to take care of yourself. So you're gonna need bath soap and maybe a bubble bath. You might want to make sure you have candles, flashlights with batteries. You might want to stock up on batteries. Again, I don't know if we're going to lose the grid, but you never know, and you may want to be prepared for that moment. So take all that into consideration and prepare accordingly, guys. And don't forget the people in your family from the very young to the very old, because again, you want to make sure your baby's needs are met. You want to make sure that your elderly family members or neighbors' needs are met as well. So I hope this helps you think of that. And I hope everybody proceeds in an orderly fashion to get the things that they need. Have a good Sunday, guys.